A lot of people, when they talk about politics and why the BJP wins, they say that it is the arithmetic which the BJP gets it right. But it's not just the arithmetic. It's also about the chemistry that Prime Minister Modi seems to have with the vote base that he has. He positions himself as a very Aam Aadmi, something, the image of a chaiwala. That is how he's actually always positioned himself. And he said that, listen, I have your interests at my heart. This is also another way in which he talks about himself. The Congress, it puts out a lot of schemes, but when you put out a lot of these schemes, unless it is in very concrete terms, that message just does not get through to the voters. And that is where it all comes down to messaging, the fact that the Prime Minister and also the Bharatiya Janata Party at the state level also has managed to connect with the voters in a way that the Congress seems to have failed.
And striking that connect, Saleh, as we've been discussing, the Congress has a lot of lesson taking to do as far as this crucial contest is concerned, because let's face it, Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra also was a step quite literally in that direction, but clearly a lot more progress needed on that front because the connect factor seems to be missing. There is a gap in the way the Congress tries to portray itself and what the situation is looking like on the ground, because like we've been saying, the strategy on the grassroots level has been something that has clearly not been working out well for the Congress. And let's face it, the December 6th meeting that the Congress will be a part of course, as that India Opposition Alliance sits down to discuss the key takeaways from these elections, let's face it, the Congress will have a tough time as far as that opposition
but the Congress will be in its familiar terrain. This is what the Congress has been doing for the last 10 plus years. It's been doing these soul-searching sort of discussions that it wants to have as to what...
has not clearly worked out well.
It also needs to get its act together when it comes to convincing the voter at the grassroots. What is its agenda? This is the point that I was making. You ask an average BJP voter, what does BJP stand for? They have a clear answer for that. One line, it is development, they say Vikas and Hindutva. But what does the Congress stand for? You ask this to any Congress supporter and they don't have an immediate answer for this. They do say that, listen, Congress perhaps is an old party. It's a party that we've got, that we've been voting for in the past. But the party at the moment that seems to have captured the imagination of the Indian voters is the Bharatiya Janata Party, quite simply because of the agenda that it brings. And also the man that you're seeing on your screens, we spoke about him a little while back. We said that he is, of course, someone who could sway state elections, and that's something that he seems to have done this time round in the state of Rajasthan. Although in Rajasthan, you have this revolving door sort of a tradition, but the fact is the BJP in Rajasthan was on a weak wicket. The Indian Prime Minister seems to have campaigned, he did campaign extensively there, and the results are there to see.
And like we've been saying, the day started out with that big question. Rajasthan has that clear pattern, like we've been telling you, of not voting the same party in a back-to-back election. So whether or not that pattern will hold, remember, has been the #1 question as far as the state of Rajasthan is concerned. Will the Congress be able to buck that trend? And there we have the message loud and clear for the Congress. The BJP standing at that massive number, which right now, let's face it, the Congress will have it's an impossible task to be able to
in the morning, if you had asked any of these Congress workers, they would have said that, listen, we would be very happy to get governments in the states of Telangana and Chhattisgarh, and probably in one of the states of Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh, if you had a hung assembly, then probably we can work our magic. But that is not going to happen. It's unlikely that you'll have a hung assembly
there we have the
in Madhya Pradesh or Rajasthan.
State breakup. If you're just joining us, it's 11 a.m. Indian Standard Time. We are taking you through the key takeaways from these battleground states, which, remember, is a dress rehearsal, has been called a semi-final contest up ahead of the 2024 nationwide vote. The state of Chhattisgarh, a very crucial contest in the Hindi heartland. BJP at 46 as of now, the Congress at 42. It's a slim margin right now.
But it's still a neck-and-neck contest. It's not right to call this particular state, because it's still, you'll still have a lot of counting to go on. It's just 11 o'clock in the morning.
Definitely not calling any state at this point, in fact, because it's still too early to say. Like we've been telling you, we have been counting the minute-by-minute updates as far as the day started. We've been talking about terms like a nail-biter contest, a cliffhanger, a neck-and-neck contest. But let's face it, these are the numbers at this point. The wind could blow in any direction. The state of Madhya Pradesh, that's what things are looking like at this point. The BJP at 138, the Congress at 91. That gap also, whether or not the Congress will be able to catch up, let's see. But it's too early to say, like we've been saying, to draw any conclusion significantly, but things do seem to be working in the favor of the Bharatiya Janata Party. And like we've been discussing, in these crucial 3 states, the BJP's factor, the magic of the Indian Prime Minister as far as his charisma and his campaign strategy is concerned, seems to be working well in favor of the Bharatiya Janata Party ahead of the 2024 national contest. There we have the state of Rajasthan, like we've been saying. Will the Congress be able to buck that trend where the people have not been voting for the same party in a back-to-back election? But there we have the verdict as of now. We are awaiting the minute-by-minute updates as the numbers continuously shift. But the BJP at 114 and the Congress at 69. That in itself is a message at this point. Let's also tell you what's happening very interestingly in the state of Telangana. The BRS at 42, the Congress at 65. And like we've been discussing, Saleh, this contest also will have a lot of implication for the Congress as far as its positioning is concerned. Also, let's face it, we've been talking about the way in which overall in all of these states, the number one factor which has worked out, seems to be working out in the favor.
Look, Telangana is an interesting case,
Yes.
Molly. At this point of time, the way the numbers are stacking up, and these numbers can, of course, change. Congress has got 65. The majority mark there is 60. You have the BRS, which is 42. You've got the BJP at 8, AIMIM at 3, and others independent is 1. You still cannot at this moment predict as to which way the wind will, of course, blow in Telangana, because still the moment you have the final numbers.
Absolutely.
This is going to be
Like
a
we've been
contest
saying,
that we'll, of course, see pretty late into the night. Because of all the other elections that we expected will be a cliffhanger.
like
I
we've
think
been
it is in the
saying,
state of Telangana where things can get really interesting in terms of the permutations and combinations
can't draw
once
any
you draw them
conclusions
up.
at this point, like we've been saying repeatedly. Just a reminder for our viewers, let's also get in reactions at this point. Our correspondent Devanshu Singh spoke to the BJP's RP Singh at the BJP headquarters. Let's take a listen in.
What is this catfish?
As of now, so BJP is winning almost in 3 states, leading, I would rather say, but there is no as such celebration. Why is it so?
Well, wait for the time. I mean, I think by another 2 hours, things will be more clear, the picture more clear. And as per my information, we are leading in all 3 states, and we are going to win in all 3 states also. So just matter of time. Wait for by 1 o'clock, you'll see a lot of celebrations happening.
Generally, we see the celebration taking place early because we see the Congress headquarters are already celebrating. But as of now, today, there's a bit of a change in celebration.
Well, it's not that way. I mean, it's just matter of time. I mean, it's a little too early in the day, one. Secondly, by 1 o'clock, you'll see a lot of things happening here also. But as I said, we are winning all 3 states, and then we are not jumping the gun. We are just waiting for the exact results to come. We are not going by the exact poll. We are waiting for the exact poll.